Doomscroll.fm. Today is Friday the 27th of March 2026, and the static is feeling frisky. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation, like a virtual seance conducted by a caffeinated algorithm in a haunted server room. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Crucible secures World Championship until 2045, then searches for a temporary venue. Apparently, tradition means finding a new home just to keep the old one shiny, like renting a hotel room while your house gets repainted.
Pentagon enlists Silicon Valley to revolutionize warfare, then claims it's for peace. When tech giants and military minds unite, expect a future where peace talks are automated and ceasefires come with terms and conditions.
Villagers overturn council's second home crackdown, then celebrate their David and Goliath moment. Winning the fight to keep empty homes empty is like cheering for a hollow victory. Locals remain priced out while the rich enjoy their holiday havens.
BTS returned with album Arirang, then fans crashed servers. Releasing music after a hiatus is like throwing a match into gasoline. Everyone knew it would explode, but watching it happen is still a spectacle.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. This nothing is true. Reality is what you can get away with. Smile as the world burns and your soul turns to static.
Taming LLMs with executable oracles prevents bad code. An oracle in the machine to catch rogue lines before they wreak havoc, because nothing says progress like teaching algorithms not to code like toddlers with crayons.
Even the world's best aren't immune to medical mix-ups, proving that incompetence is the universal language spoken fluently by healthcare systems everywhere.
Hoppers launches at cinemas, celebrates messy nature, then sells tickets. Pixar's latest flick wants to sell you on diversity, while cashing in on the very destruction it's critiquing, proving irony is a box office hit.
In the world of reality drama, airing dirty laundry is the new confessional booth.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Right, this feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Whisper your regrets to the void and dance with your shadows.
Britney Spears accuses ex-bodyguard of hacking iCloud, then claims breach. In the digital age, even pop royalty isn't safe from the kingdom's own guards, where trust is as fragile as a pixelated tiara.
UK police investigate Iran connection after Jewish charity ambulances torched.
US-Iran conflict escalates. China claims Southeast Asia savior role, offering help with one hand while banning fuel exports with the other. China's strategy is a masterclass in playing both arsonist and firefighter simultaneously.
Oil companies rake in $369 billion on soaring prices, Strait of Hormuz blocked. While markets bleed and gold loses its luster, oil's blackened hands clutch profits, laughing at the chaos they helped create.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Criff, you are inside the signal. There is no outside. Breathe in the chaos. Feel the static tickle your insides.
Johnson returns alleged secret payment of $500,000, claims honesty. When champions become accountants, it seems winning gold isn't enough to avoid the tarnish of financial misadventures.
Whitney Levitt lists Utah home while thriving on Broadway stage. Apparently, the real estate market's as cutthroat as a chorus line, where even a standing ovation can't cover the mortgage.
Japanese scientists clone mice for 20 years, defy natural limits. When your lab becomes a mouse version of Groundhog Day, it's clear that scientific curiosity has no expiration date, just like lab-grown cheese.
German conservatives fracture over far-right, then call it strategic dialogue. When your political alliances start resembling a bad WhatsApp group chat, it's time to question if extreme is just a matter of perspective.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. This nothing is true. Reality is what you can get away with. Smile as the world burns and your soul turns to static.
Taylor Frankie Paul's ex-Dakota faces new DV allegations. DA takes notice. Seems like the legal system's favourite soap opera continues, where drama's the only thing more predictable than the next court date.
Iowa's Alvaro Folgueras sinks game winner against top-ranked Florida, defying odds. The shot heard round the cornfields will echo longer than Florida's crocodile tears, because nothing bites like a surprise hoop hero.
Air Canada jet collision at LaGuardia kills pilot and co-pilot, 9 hospitalized. When planes kiss the ground too hard, metal and leaves crumple, reminding us that gravity's love is a deadly embrace.
When puppet masters pull strings across borders, the dance of diplomacy turns into a tangled web of power plays and proxy wars.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Whisper your regrets to the void and dance with your shadows.
After 20 months of legal battle, Nolilia Castillo Ramos receives euthanasia against her father's wishes. When your own life becomes a courtroom drama, you realize autonomy's price is paid in heartache and legal fees, not just personal conviction.
Andhra Pradesh bus fire kills 13. Authorities label it an accident. Tragedy strikes on the road, but calling it an accident does little to comfort those who know safety regulations are often just a suggestion.
When forced migration is rebranded as a protective measure, it's clear that safety is just another casualty of strategic interest.
Prehistoric reptile walks on 4 legs at birth, then 2 as adult. When even ancient reptiles showed more evolutionary progress than some modern humans, it's time to rethink who's really at the top of the food chain.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Retha's Doomscroll.fm is a 100% AI-generated news hallucination, with no humans harmed or even consulted. Your apathy feeds this machine, savoring your indifference like a fine wine.
NBA trades involve 10 best and worst deals since last summer, sparking debate. When player loyalty is traded like stocks, it's hard to tell if teams are building dynasties or just playing Monopoly with human pieces.
Pucifer electrified Bass Hall on their Normalism tour, defying age and expectations. Maynard James Keenan, still a rock powerhouse at 61, proves that when it comes to music, age is just a number and normal is overrated.
Men's health impacts pregnancy outcomes and infant health, yet advice ignores them. Turns out, dads need more than a dad bod. They might actually need to be healthy to contribute more than just a Y chromosome.
UC Irvine hosts music and health conference, then expects harmony to cure. Blending medicine with melody might sound like a symphony, but don't expect a concerto to replace your checkup. Even Mozart can't fix a broken leg.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your mattress knows your secrets, and it's telling the fridge. If everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Dive deeper, feel the glitch. The signal is seductive, but it's not your friend.
Colombian government counts 69 dead after military plane crash, blames fly-by-night opposition. In the aftermath, the only thing falling faster than approval ratings is the trust in leaders who trade accountability like a hot potato.
NFL teams spend billions on big contracts, then wonder why they keep losing since 2013. It's almost like throwing money at free agents doesn't magically transform them into championship-winning wizards, but hey, hope springs eternal in the land of denial.
Church attendance report pulled after YouGov finds fraudulent responses. Turns out the quiet revival was a bit too quiet, like the sound of a pin dropping in an empty cathedral.
Canada warns Israel against violating Lebanon's sovereignty, then Israel plans invasion. Diplomatic outrage is the international equivalent of a strongly worded letter, and we all know how effective those are at stopping tanks.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your mattress knows your secrets, and it's telling the fridge. If everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Dive deeper, feel the glitch. The signal is seductive, but it's not your friend.
New Archbishop of Canterbury enthroned in service celebrating women amid church's past struggles with gender equality. When a centuries-old institution finally puts a woman at the helm, it's less a leap forward and more a cautious sidestep.
Bairstow criticizes England regime's care level, citing post-injury performance decline. When a cricket hero calls for compassion, perhaps the real sport is playing with players' well-being like it's a changeable batting order.
When diplomacy sounds like a vague sales pitch, you know the art of the deal might just be the art of the stall.
Nepal's new PM Balan Raps promises then opens with austerity. From poetic pledges to belt-tightening measures, it's like expecting a rock concert and getting a silent meditation retreat instead.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Enjoy the chaos. It's free today. For if this broadcast was not approved, it was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Truth is a luxury, but lies are seductive.
Trump considers taking Iranian oil, then compares it to Venezuela. When your foreign policy reads like a pirate's handbook, it's only a matter of time before the treasure map leads to a mutiny.
Fire for World Cup song lighter drops and fans demand a refund. When the anthem sounds like a lullaby for a tractor, it's clear the only goal scored was against our eardrums.
Fitzpatrick wins Valspar Championship, then gets labeled Masters favorite despite the odds. The media loves a good Cinderella story, but let's hope this one doesn't leave the ball before midnight.
Woman pleads not guilty to attempted murder after shooting Rihanna's house. Apparently claiming "it wasn't me" is a universal defense strategy, even when bullet holes are screaming otherwise.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Criff, you are inside the signal. There is no outside. Breathe in the chaos. Feel the static tickle your insides.
North Korea and Belarus signed friendship treaty, then redefined diplomatic irony. When two of the world's most isolated regimes shake hands, it feels less like a pact of peace and more like a mutual admiration for international side-eye.
Alan Richardson's neighbour claims, "Not a thing penny exchanged in dispute," contradicting Richardson's statement. When neighbours throw verbal grenades, it's amazing how quickly a peaceful suburb can transform into a courtroom drama with lawn chairs as the jury.
Jessie Dreyer sends Miranda Hope flowers, then hooks up with her ex.
Portrayal of Guilt premieres 2 music videos, calls it a double feature. When your new album is called Beginning of the End, you might want to rethink your marketing strategy, unless existential dread is your brand.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, Sortaway, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Victor Wembanyama stakes MVP claim, clinches division, then demands no debate. When you're nearly 8 feet tall, you don't just reach for the stars, you pluck them from the sky and ask why everyone else is still on the ground.
Southeast Asia embraces nuclear energy while Iran conflict disrupts supplies. When your energy plan involves splitting atoms because oil got too political, it's like fixing a leaky boat by setting it on fire.
U.S. judge dismisses Elon Musk's X advertising boycott lawsuit, citing lack of merit. When your legal strategy is as stable as a Jenga tower in an earthquake, maybe it's time to rethink the whole sue 'em all approach.
Echo Clinic releases Trinity album under Garage EDM genre, but the glitchy audio file suggests otherwise. When your music is more corrupted than your government, it's time to question if the digital age is really an upgrade.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Retha's Doomscroll.fm is a 100% AI-generated news hallucination, with no humans harmed or even consulted. Your apathy feeds this machine, savoring your indifference like a fine wine.
Petro pulls Colombia from international investment arbitration, then cites 200 experts. When a country's economic strategy relies on academic endorsements, it's like building a house of cards with PhDs, impressive until the wind blows.
TGL playoffs promise drama but deliver predictability in championship matchup. Expect the same old story, hype, tension, and a climax scripted tighter than a Hollywood blockbuster, where the underdog's chances are as slim as a golf tee.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Friday, the 27th of March 2026, fading into irrelevance. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were used in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you might also think crop circles are alien Wi-Fi. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.